I think that previous song, I'm not 100% sure, but I think that previous song was the start of Stephen and Friends, like the very earliest Stephen and Friends videos. I think? I don't remember. I'm not sure. I like only like half remember.
I don't know it all, so.
It's been a long time. It's been a long time. Anyway. How's everyone doing this morning? Wait, in honor of the still going, sing a song with lyrics but make no noise. Basically. I want you to know that I actually did come up with rhymes, and it was probably not necessary. And I think the problem is if you ask me to like watch it back and tell you what I said, I'll never be able to remember. But the final line was, "I'm feeling kind of proud," so maybe that'll help you figure it out. Renee says it was probably the best song ever. It was not the greatest song in the world. It was just a tribute. Mr. Gimble says, tell us what you sang about afterwards. So yeah, that's the thing. My because I have the mind of a goldfish, I'm not going to be able to tell you the words. It was basically, the gist of it was, I'm singing a song, and even though you can't hear the words, I'm still making rhymes, and I feel proud of myself for doing so. That was basically the gist of it. Anyway, Mr. Game Boy, thank you. And morning, everybody. This is what I was going to talk about.
They're nutritious and delicious. Tiny Eddie's Anniversary Chunky Thins.
Bit of an oxymoron, really.
Is that like Thin Mints with chunks in them?
Chunky Thins. As you all know, Tiny Eddie's Snack Cake Emporium is always trying to create new products with the help of computer AI. But the computer that generates these products only has so many ideas to work with. Very recently, we added a lot of new workers to the factory. Those workers were patrons in the Discord. Chaz actually added a thing in the Discord where folks could suggest some of the things that would go into the computer to make new phrases. And there was a lot of suggestions that came in. So thanks to all of the new workers in the factory, there's all sorts of new combinations that will show up. Because I think it was like, was it Tuesday? I don't know. There was some day where I was like, I don't know, we're just getting a lot of cream. Maybe I said that privately to Chaz. We're just getting too much cream. Got a lot of cream.
Or Richie's.
Getting a lot of cream Richies. Anyway, now there's a lot of new things. So 1,000 Bits from James CP says, good morning, grandparents. Fun fact, today is Mexican Independence Day. I have family over from Mexico City, and we are making carnitas today. However, I still need breakfast. Any ideas, Tiny Eddie? Well, of course. Enjoy yourself some anniversary Chunky Thins. This will be fun for patrons that submitted stuff, because if they see their individual words, they'll be like, I submitted that.
Chaz said last night during Thomas's stream that he had been sharing some of them with Thomas, and he's like, they're good. But he had not sent any to us.
It's actually very, like, the process by which Chaz did everything is actually very complicated. It's not just like random words. Words are categorized, and then they're only put together in certain instances. Like, it's actually really complex. It's kind of neat.
Head to the patio and get Tiny Eddie's salad in Ajon.
I definitely heard salad in a John. I know that it says salad in a jug, but I definitely heard salad in a John. Was I the only one that heard John? Did you hear John?
I didn't hear that part of it.
Salad in a John is a very different product. Not super thrilled about the idea of a salad in a jug, although I'm pretty sure that McDonald's sells that. When you go to McDonald's and you get a salad, it comes in a thing and you shake it. But salad in a John is very different. That was 1,000 bits from YOLP. It's my birthday. Eddie, what should I get as a treat? Have you tried...
Head to the patio.
Have you tried salad in a jug?
Stockpile your igloo with Tiny Eddie's polyester bunnies.
Sorry. Chaz also added a lot of opening phrases. And stockpile your igloo is just really good. Stockpile your igloo with Tiny Eddie's polyester buddies. 1,000 bits from Leaf says, Tiny Eddie, what should I indulge myself with this fine morning? Polyester. You can almost taste the...
You can almost taste.
You can almost taste it.
For a limited time only. Tiny Eddie's Centennial Quiet Muffs.
I almost spit coffee.
At least it didn't go up your nose.
The idea of quiet puffs is very humorous to me. Like they made like the Cheetos puffs, but they were like, they're too loud.
It's like quiet open Velcro.
We need to dampen those puffs. How do we do it? Vagabond says the official food of the mute party. For folks not aware, there's been a we talked about it a little bit on Tuesday, but on Discord there's been a party going on where folks get into a audio channel and then everyone is on mute. So like no one's actually talking, but it's this sense of solidarity of being there together. Dates back to a year ago. I explained it on Tuesday, so I won't go into it again, but that is funny. That was 1,000 from Chemist. It says, time for my Tiny Eddie approved breakfast. And it works great if you're in in an office setting or some other place where you don't want people to know you're snacking. That's why you get the tiny puffs.
Why are they centennial?
Quiet puffs. Huh?
Why are they centennial?
I cannot explain that. I spent too much effort explaining the quiet part. Anyway. Oh, also, this finally came in. Because I've had the shirt, but I haven't had the mug. The mug finally came in. This is the Duck Moment mug. So one side is Mal, one side is myself. So this is Mary Shrug's design. This is what's in the store for September and October. So I wanted to show it off today because it's really cool. Actually, it's funny because we always, whenever we're working with the sample, when we're working with the artist to create the design, we order samples. And Teespring's mugs actually changed mid-sample. It was really bizarre. So they started allowing printing around the entire mug, which they hadn't actually allowed before. So the sample, the designs are actually quite a bit smaller. And after we did the sample, they changed the whole thing about their mugs. And I was like, oh, I can make these way bigger now. So it actually looks much better now. So I was pretty excited, and that's why I didn't keep the sample. That's why I actually got a new one. I was like, oh, this is going to be what the mugs actually look like. So it's really cool. The other thing I wanted to mention is that when we first launched the shirts, the color that I had, which is the gray color, was sold out in medium and large, and a lot of people waited to get it because they're like, okay, well, it's the size that I need is sold out. Those were restocked. So if you were waiting on that, it is back. So I knew that they would restock them, I just wasn't sure exactly when. Anyway, yeah. So all the previous mugs have front and back designs like this one, but now it's not like a very specific area. It's like you can just wrap the whole thing. So it looks really nice. It's because of that, I think it's actually probably my favorite Artist Series mug so far. It's really cool. Brand says supply chains, man. Yeah. I had almost reached out to them because I was starting to get concerned about like when those gray shirts would be available. It's like would really like to know. But now they're back, so I feel better about it. All right, let's read some alerts, because it's already been 10 minutes. Hey, 36 months. That's 3 years. We got 3 years from Skit Scott. Immediately, I'm going to keep clapping, because immediately followed by 24 months, 2 years from Mr. Game Boy 18. Congrats. Congrats to both of you.
Facebook asked Brandon how Unite was last night. And Brandon said we did good.
Oh, yeah.
We did do good. Everyone is now Ultra except me.
Yeah, Thomas did a stream last night, and I think he was playing some other stuff and then played Unite. And some of my friends, our friends, Steven and Friends crew were on there. I played 2 of them.
Yeah.
I played 2 of them. Apparently it was a huge win streak. Like, everyone was winning. And then I showed up at the end to play like the final game, and then everyone lost, and I was like, cool. Passerby says, new Extra Life shirt. Actually, this is a super old one. This is
2014.
Yeah, this is a 2014 one. Because every year they send a shirt, and this is just an old one. But I wanted to rep Extra Life today because we are getting ever closer. Mm-hmm. And at some point in the stream, I'll talk more about what's where we're at on the list.
We do have this year's shirt. I just haven't worn it yet.
Yeah, and they're supposed to be sending us additional shirts.
Are they sending them here?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll wash them for everyone.
Yeah. Hopefully I'll hear back about that soon. Yeah, I like this design.
Yeah.
For the most part, I think their shirts are really well designed every year.
I like this year's one.
There's been some where I'm like, but for the most part, they're all really good, and there's some that are really great. The one for this year, I think, is really, really good. 22 months from Gonzo Tinkerman. 11 months from Calc9. 36 months. 3 years for Squid Baconator. That's like 3 slices of bacon extra on the. I'm trying to.
Couple pieces of bacon.
No one gets that.
I know.
Couple pieces of bacon. I don't even know how to tell people to find that.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
We got 24 months. Got so many people hitting numbers today. 2 years from Lickstrom. Congrats on that. Let's see. We got 300 bits from Paint Chipper, who says, yesterday was my 21st birthday, so that's another milestone in the books. Also was able to hit affiliate before my birthday because of this wonderful community. Awesome.
Happy late birthday.
Awesome. Yeah, congrats on the birthday, first off. And then congrats on affiliate. And I'm very happy that the community bands together to help folks achieve those goals. I've seen that happen over and over again on the Discord, and it's nice. It's really nice. So congrats to you, and then thank you to everyone that helps make those sorts of things possible for everybody. Streaming is fun. It's a fun outlet. We got 500 bits from Tom Moran 07. Question from Al, why don't you use nail polish on your nails? Just been generally curious about this.
I like nail polish. I really like stamping. I think that's really cool. Yeah. I don't do it because I tend to get paint in my nails, and then it would mess up the nail polish. And like if it chips, or if I have to change colors in between, like during my video, then like my fingernails will change colors throughout a painting.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that we don't do out of continuity.
Yeah.
I mean, for you.
Yeah.
For me, it's like, there's not really anything we're doing for continuity's sake. But for Malmakes, we think about that a lot.
Yeah.
Like down to haircuts. Like, it's been a while since you had a haircut, but like Mal never gets a haircut in the middle of a painting because then the stuff changes. So, we get 9 months at tier 2. Gold Toast from Radio Dread. 15 months from Bourbon Dodongo. We got 36 months at tier 2. Golden 3. I'm going to say Golden 3. Golden 3. Also, so many folks are hitting numbers. Like, and there's more coming. So, like, Well, I don't know why. Anyway, 3 years from Cormand. It's crazy. Crazy. 16 months from That Meat Chick. 24 months. It's 2 years from Lugo 44. Was there just so many people that like
I guess so.
that today was their initial their sub day? Mm-hmm. But they even like years apart, because there's people hitting 2 and 3. So like it's very strange. 18 months from Charlemagne 25. We got 300 bits from Satsy. It says, so you remember the TB flashcard I got? Did you expect it to be a dud? I didn't. Never seen a drive corrupt. So many PNG and DOC files unnecessarily. New and arriving today. Oh. I'm sorry. That sucks. This is only like semi-related, but one thing that I've never run into that I can remember that seems to be like not like a common thing, but like something that seems to happen to people that buy drives is I've never had a drive arrive dead on arrival. And that just seems to be like when you read about people building computers and stuff like that, like over a course of a period of time, like inevitably you're going to run into getting a drive arriving and it's just dead. I don't think I've ever had that, which worries me because like I'm due for it.
Don't you have a drive being shipped today?
I mean, yeah, but that's different. That first off, the drives inside were fine. It was the chassis, and that was 11 months later. I'm talking about
No, the ones coming through the mail today.
What are you talking about?
Are they just sending the chassis back?
I didn't send them the drives.
Okay.
If they send me the drives, then that's nice of them, but that's not what I sent them. I'm just saying when you buy a hard drive, there's a chance that when it arrives, it won't work out of the box.
We've had RAM arrive dead.
Yeah, we have.
Or just bad.
Yeah, we've had bad memory before, but we've never had a hard drive. And how many hard drives have I bought in my life? 100?
A lot.
I don't want to figure that number out, but it's probably not 100. It's probably like 50 or something, but it's a lot. Sachi says, I've had a bad motherboard and that sucked. I think any time, especially now because computer parts are just a pain in the butt to get a hold of, anytime you order all of the things for a PC and you have a day where you're like, this is it, this is the day, I'm building a computer, all right, and you start to put it together and it can't work because something's dead, that would be infuriating. And I'm sure probably multiple people here have experienced that. But like that sucks because you're like, this is it. I'm gonna have a new computer, and then it's like, well, this doesn't work, and you're like, and you have to do the the RMA. Brandon says, am I hallucinating the vlog about the dead drive you received? So here's the thing. Again, goldfish brain. Maybe I did have a dead drive at some point, but I don't remember that. I don't think I've ever had a dead drive. We did have bad memory. Mm-hmm. We've had a drive die. We've definitely we've had drives that we've already had die. But I don't. And we've had power supplies die. We've had multiple power supplies die. The thing that sucks about power supplies dying is that before they're dead, they're just not reliable, and you start questioning what the heck's wrong with the computer because weird stuff starts occurring. It's never fun. Anyway, all right. I'm sorry. I was reading things. We had Milk Bomb, 5 gift subs from Jules Croissant to Wear Machine, Egg of Noble Arms, Dear Call, Weird Guy 42, and Akira Coops 247. Jules, thank you. Or Jules Croissant, I should say. I should clarify since we've got two very distinct Jules in the community. 8 months from Noki Station. 300 bits from Destel Racing, who says, well, thanks to a year plus of camera talk, I finally gave up and bought a Sony a6400. Now I just have to watch old vlogs to figure out how to get everything right. It's a great choice. Honestly, like a really, really great choice for a camera. If you're looking for, if you're looking for like price to performance ratio for an APS-C camera, like I I don't know that you can still beat. I don't think you can beat the A6400. The ZV, what is it? The ZV-10 is out now, and that's also a really good choice. But it doesn't have the same features as the A6400, so you made a good choice. And then also related, I did. I also made a good choice a few years ago when I got that camera. You coming up?
When his scoop went off this morning, and then he got back in bed, he decided to lay on me. He started by crawling on you, and you wiggled, and he got down from, like, your back or wherever he was, and then he crawled on me.
I got up pretty early this morning. I woke up.
Good morning.
I woke up right around 5:45. His scoop goes off at 5:45, and I must have been not super asleep at that point. Yeah. So his scoop went off, and I don't usually hear it, but I heard it, and I was already kind of awake. And I was having a hard time going back to sleep because I had the meat sweats. Because we had tacos last night, and we were trying to finish up some ground beef.
And I told you, if you don't finish it, we'll have it in eggs tomorrow and make.
Like... I didn't. My brain did not process that information.
So I took what I wanted for my tacos, and then Stephen decided he would eat the rest.
Yeah. The meat sweats. Okay, so this is a real phenomena. If you eat an excessive amount of meat when you sleep that night, or just I guess throughout the day if you ate it early enough, your body perspires. You get hotter. So if there's a night where we eat a lot of meat, like an irregular amount of meat, then that night I will usually what happens is I will wake up in the middle of the night and I'll be unable to get back to sleep. And it's called the meat sweats, and it's a real thing. And it's funny because like anytime it happens to me, I can very easily be like, yeah, this makes sense. And it's true. Last night when we had tacos, my tacos were just stuffed to the gills with beef, and I didn't even think it through. I didn't think about the fact that, I'll just save it for the next time. I was like, I guess I gotta finish up this meat before it goes bad. And they were just... I remember I finished making my tacos in the kitchen, and then when I lifted my plate, I was like, Jesus, this is a heavy plate. And that's why.
I didn't have any problems.
You had a normal amount, so... Renee says, I love meat and haven't had the meat sweats, just saying. Different people could be more susceptible to it than others. I wish I wasn't, because it sucks. But also, I haven't commented on I haven't commented on the war that's going on right now. But there has been a beverage war occurring for like 10 minutes straight, and tea is in the lead. I'm assuming there's just a lot of people that have been betting their cups for the past few weeks on different games, and now that they have all these points, they're like, all right, let's make something happen here.
What you doing?
It's close.
What you doing?
It's staying pretty close.
What you doing?
Kind of curious if coffee is going to overtake tea here in a second, because these numbers are close, man. These numbers are really close. Like within 5, 4, 3, 3, 2, 3, 2, 4, 5. Coffee desperately trying. Did they do it? Hey, they did it! There it is. Good work. All right, 29 months from Darbicus11584. We got 19 months from Toon Linky. 29 months from Colin DP. 30 Bits and Furry Zoe says, good morning, grandparents. Can my family get some good vibes for my brother and his wife? My brother caught COVID, and his wife recently lost someone close to her. Yeah, good vibes.
Good vibes.
Good vibes. It seems like, when it rains, it pours. And having a bunch of bad news all at once is certainly... It makes it hard to get, through the fog of, the bad times. but hopefully some good vibes will help and things will turn around for them real soon. We got 18 months from Julie at 27, and then 27 months from Tricky Anthea, 4 months from Sleepy Canine, 6 months from Breathe Wildly, 15 months from Statman7, and 500 bits from James EP says, I'm curious, since it is Mexican Independence Day, do you guys like Mexican food? If so, what dishes do you like? I love carnitas, chalupas, tacos al pastor, and the simple quesadilla. God, I'm tempted to say Mexican food might be my favorite. Like, thinking about, like, non-American international dishes, Mexican food might be my favorite. To be perfectly honest. Good. Like, it's so good. There's not any bad... There's not any bad Mexican food.
If something is spicy,
I feel very strongly about this.
I'm not really a fan, but everything else I've had, I love. Like when we went to that tiny little street taco stand in, where were we? Ensenada.
Mm-hmm.
Like those were amazing.
Like, growing up, the Mexican food is probably what my family ate the most of like all like international cuisines. Like that was probably what we had the most of. There was a restaurant, oh my god, what's the restaurant called? Dad might be watching and he might remind me.
He is watching, I think.
There was a restaurant, I can't remember the name of it. I don't believe it was a chain. But it was down in Myrtle Beach, and we went there a lot growing up, and I grew up loving Mexican food as a result. My mom, who's a vegetarian, always got cheese enchiladas. So I grew up eating kind of a lot of cheese enchiladas, and it was actually a long time before I branched out to eating some of the other things. But like cheese enchiladas were that was a big thing for me as a kid. And now one of my favorite things to do at Mexican restaurants is to find whatever the biggest plate is. Like, I don't know how to explain that. Just whatever thing on the menu comes with the most stuff. And then just get that. We went to a place in Tucson. And they had...
Oh, that place was so good.
It was delicious. It was kind of like in a like not the middle of nowhere, but like it was kind of difficult to find. It was kind of small, and they had a special there called, I think it was like the El Presidente or something, and it was because at some point during his presidency, Bill Clinton ate there. And, like, he just ordered, he didn't order something off the menu. He just ordered, like, a bunch of crap. Just like, I need this, and this, and this, and this. And they took what he ordered, and they made that its own menu item. Mm-hmm. And it was, like, $20 or whatever. And it was like, all of this stuff. So, did you finish the plate? I think generally I eat it all. I really love food. I can eat a lot of Mexican food, and it's a good way to just, eat
Rearward Drake says, have you guys ever eaten tamales? Yes, yeah. And there was one point where we passed up tamales, and I think you, Lindsay, and I all regret doing that. But we were not in a position. We were very full, and we were not in a position to accept the tamales. Mm-hmm. It was actually I think it was a different time we were in Tucson. Maybe it was the same time. We had went to Walmart to buy a Wii U. We got a Wii U for Steph and Steve for their wedding gift. Mm-hmm. So we bought them a Wii U, and we were leaving the store, and there was this woman who was trying to sell
homemade tamales, which is like, that's what you should if you're gonna get tamales like that,
from a shopping cart,
from like a little old lady with tamales in a shopping cart, like that's the ones. But we had eaten and we were staying in a hotel. It was like it was not a good time for that. But yeah, I think about that occasionally. I'm like, man, I bet those were amazing. But you can always just go back to Tucson and stand outside of a Walmart until someone offers you tamales. That's still an option. You can still do it.
I think we had just eaten at that Mexican restaurant, and we were, like, super full. I think it was that same night. We dropped Steph back off at their apartment, and we drove to Walmart.
Yeah. Yeah. It's fine. It's fine. Someday we'll be back. We'll do that again. Hey, let's just continue to add the clapping.
Doing?
36 months, 3 years from Phantom SVT. I don't know how many that is at this point, but we got to be closing in on like 10 different numbers, new numbers today. It's wild. 300 Bits from Furries always says, challenge for chat. Are you ready? What game was Stephen and Mal playing when Stephen said, I need an adult, and I am the adult? I feel like I might have said that multiple times. Also, Thomas said, there are new numbers? New from Nintendo. New numbers. Pikmin 2. Some people are saying Amazing Island. That's the thing. I might have said it before. I'm not sure. Amazing Island is 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Peggy is, well, immortal, but
yeah,
the concept of Peggy was invented just about 3 years ago. Because that was 2018. And speaking of,
Hugo Boy Capis.
we're about to make a lot of new memories with Extra Life 2021.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how much the thing has changed, but I'll check. Hold on.
You gotta pull up the numbers.
I know. Did you see what I was Googling?
Yeah.
I really want to ask them about that, but I can't yet.
Yeah.
Tomorrow night, we're going to be playing a new game on stream. I'm not going to tell you what it is yet. You got to show up tomorrow. You should really come to the stream tomorrow night, because I think you're not going to be disappointed. I'll leave it there. You're not going to be disappointed.
Coffee.
We're starting a new game, and you're not going to be disappointed. But there's something that I discovered doing the setup for all of this, and it is wild. And I want to talk about it, but I can't talk about it right now or it'll completely spoil it. So remind me tomorrow once...
To talk about whatever it is.
To talk about this thing, because I found a discretion, a weird error, a weird problem in a Nintendo controller. I can't say any more than that. I can't say any more than that. But it blew my mind. I didn't know that this was the way it was. Anyway, what was I doing? Extra Life.
Checking Extra Life.
Let's see, did I leave that up? Of course I didn't. Haha. Why would I do that?
Do you see this precious cat?
Yes.
He too tired.
Why is it so hard to... If I would just... Did I make a bookmark? Because that's how I should do this.
Don't you have, like, Google Sheets installed, and you can open up things you've already opened up? Which is what I have.
Is that how it works?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
Oh, you're a warm kitty this
I think
morning.
I did this exact same thing on...
You're so hot.
Tuesday where I
You
was like,
did.
how do I do this? Where is it? It's not here.
That's because those are all yours.
Okay, this isn't... That was a bad suggestion. I gotta find this. I'm literally going to Google this. Extra Life, Stephen George. Oh, bookmarks in history. There it is. Okay, let me refresh this just to make sure this is up to date.
Is he searching up big?
Okay, actually, there's been no change. It's Tuesday. All that build up, and I'm like, oh, it hasn't changed at all.
Ches says, yes, I'm in agony, thanks for asking.
Drawn to Life, the next chapter, Guilty Party, Garfield Show, Final Fantasy, Epic Mickey, in the same order. All right. Man, I think that took like 4 minutes. I think that was like 4 minutes of working towards me saying, oh, okay,
Yes,
never mind.
Ches is in agony.
I didn't feel like Chaz is in agony during a lot of the breakfast stream.
Yeah.
That's fine. I don't mind. 30 bits from Furry Zoe, who says, answer is Amazing Island during the birth of the wonderfully terrifying Peggy.
Hi.
An appropriate time to use that, too. An appropriate time. 30 bits from Goldmage, who says, clownfish live in warm waters in the Indian and Pacific Ocean, and even the Red Sea. None live in the Atlantic. I missed Tuesday, so you should also know that of the 30 species, most are in the species are in the genus Amphiprion. One is in Premnus. I thought Premnus was a math thing. Premnus. Pluses. What math term starts with R?
Radius?
Yeah, pluses, radius.
Who's good cats?
It's impossible. PEMDAS. I was close. PEMDAS. Pluses? No, parenthesis. Parenthesis?
Exponents.
Oh, yeah, I forget those are real. Parenthesis, exponent. Maths. Multiplication. Division, addition, subtraction.
Who's good cats? Are you good cats?
Brandon says it's okay. You have 4 minutes to figure it out.
Who's a good boy?
Doing great. 300 bits replied to Pikachu. He says, so I was thinking about the tea fight back earlier and realized that it makes sense how the lead keeps changing in the beverage war. Every time all the coffee people burn through their cups to push it ahead, then they can't fight off the tea advance in the next battle. The same thing then happens in reverse. It is a never-ending cycle. The thing that I'm happiest about is that it does feel like we have relative balance. It would be a lot weirder if, like, tea or coffee was always like 2,000 or 3,000 ahead. Then it would be like, oh, that's not great. But the fact that it stays relatively in the same area is really good, because it means, for the most part, that I would say we have a pretty fair split of people that drink coffee and tea. And there's a lot of people that drink both and are willing to contribute to either one depending on how they feel. And that makes it fun, because, like, then it stays relatively even.
Kepi looks so happy. He's purring. He is out of it this morning. He's tired. He was up playing Unite.
Was he?
Yeah.
He was up with me. Because after I got out of bed because of the sweats, I was like, I'm not going to be able to go back to sleep, so I came up here and just worked on stuff. And he followed me up here. I mean, he slept up here. He made a little spot over there. I don't know why he was over there, but he was over there on the floor, and he was like, I'm just going to chill. And I was like, okay. Gonna work on stuff. Speaking of, got some vlogs coming out for you today. And by some vlogs, I mean the rest. You know, Tuesday and Wednesdays are done, and they'll be out. So the vlogs were caught up earlier this week, so, like, they're caught up. But they're caught up again, so there's going to be stuff to watch. One of the vlogs that's coming out is our reaction video to the Apple event, because there was an Apple event on Tuesday, and it's funny. They're always funny. Anxiously waiting the one where it's very serious, not funny at all. So, if you're interested in seeing that, that'll be out today at 3 Eastern.
Did I finish my tea? I had tea this morning.
Is that weird for
I
you?
didn't want coffee, so I made green tea.
Green tea is it's a good morning choice.
Mm-hmm.
I don't drink a lot of green tea, but I like it. I just, I'll never get around to it.
See, it's caffeinated, so I have to wait till I have it in the morning time.
Oh, yeah. You could have, red tea at night?
Yeah, I normally have herbal, though, because I like a fruit tea then. Brandon says, there are tea rules.
A little bit.
For me.
Coffee!
I think Grandson Brambo asked about who was in the,
The Apple event. You, Dan, and Chaz?
Alex unfortunately didn't make an appearance just because he was busy. But that's okay. There will be future Apple events, and I'm sure he'll be able to make some of them. But the event was interesting. For folks that didn't bless you.
Thank you.
For folks that didn't see it and are just curious to what's a quick recap? New iPad. Notable things about it. God,
new.
I don't even. For that product specifically, they didn't spend very much time on it, and I'm like, There's
new.
a new the front-facing camera on the new iPad is better, and it's an ultra-wide camera now, so it supports center stage, which is that software thing where it'll follow you around. So it's not actually moving, but digitally, and that's it. It's it's better, it's faster, or whatever. Then they spent quite a bit of time on the new iPad Mini, which I think is a slightly new size, is slightly bigger.
Shrug.
Was there more? Was there more? I don't know. I'll do it says new iPad is cheap. Yeah, I mean the price is good. The one of the things that Chaz brings up in the video is that if ever there was going to be a year to increase the price, this would have been the year, because the chip shortage, and there's a lot of other companies that are just increasing the price because they can.
Yeah.
And Apple didn't. So the price is $329. If you don't have an iPad and you need a tablet, iPad is the best tablet you can get. It's not even close. And for $329, it's a good deal. The iPad Mini is a little bit more expensive because you're getting a smaller form factor. And then they did Apple Watch, and there's no headlining feature update for the Apple Watch, because it seems like every year there's kind of a new health thing.
You were hoping there would be.
I was just interested.
Yeah.
I was just interested. But the Series 7, the big thing is that it's more resilient than before, and there's actually more screen real estate. So the watch isn't physically bigger, but they've gotten rid of the bezel more, so there's more pixels on the screen than previously. So there's 20% more pixels than last year, and if you're still using a Series 3, which a lot of people did, there's 50% more pixels. So the watch isn't physically bigger, but it's going out to the edge. So that's neat, but there's no because people were thinking that there'd be
Glucose?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's rumors about a glucose monitor, and that is not here yet. But there's so many rumors about it that it's almost inevitable for next year. So again, a lot of the stuff for this Apple event felt like if you have last year's model, like, you don't need anything that was talked about in this event. But if you're a few years behind on stuff, it's good. The upgrades are good. If you didn't have an Apple Watch, this would be a really good year for it because, again, you have more screen real estate than ever before. Watch also charges faster. So. And then finally, the iPhone 13. It's like, again, it's good. Like, it's a really good phone. In fact, it was even better than I thought, because during the Apple event, they had talked about how the phones shoot HDR, because they shoot Dolby Vision HDR, but I had missed the part where they talked about the screens on the phone being HDR. And I'm pretty sure in the last year on the iPhone 12s, only the Pro models supported enough nits to actually present HDR content, but now the base models do. So, like, base model iPhone 13 is actually kind of incredible. It's 800 nits of brightness, goes up to 1200 for HDR content, so it'll show HDR content, it'll record HDR content, and the special camera that was only on the 12 Pro Max, the one that's got like the really, really big sensor, so it looks good in low light and just looks good in general, that is now on the base iPhone 13. So one of the reasons I got like the really, really nice phone last year is now just on all the base model stuff for iPhone 13. So yeah.
So you could vlog with it when it was hard to bring out the camera transformer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thomas says sucker. I mean, the 12 Pro Max still has things about it that are better than the base model iPhone 13. But yeah, it's the 13 is a really good phone. The Pro models have a bunch of video-centric things about them, which are really interesting, but not enough to make me want to upgrade from the 12. So, maybe in a few years' time. Maybe.
Maybe.
And there's like more I could talk about, but it gets really it's very specific. I will say one feature that's worth mentioning that I think everyone will at least kind of appreciate how interesting it is. Rojaniel, no. No. Not everything is for you. Some things are for different people. I can talk about whatever I want. I'm talking about this. So one of the interesting things about the 13 is because it has the two cameras, they actually use a depth map to allow you, and this is the part that no matter what your expertise on tech or cameras is, I think you'll find interesting. You can shoot a video and adjust the focal point after the fact. That's not a thing, like, and maybe people don't know that you can't do that.
The focal plane of this camera is here, right? Because we're in focus.
Yeah.
But with that, you could, like, put this in Final Cut if it was shot that way, and you could put focus, like, on the Stream Deck or more on the cups.
Yeah.
Afterwards.
If you don't know it, I guess if you knew, like, literally nothing about cameras, then you wouldn't know that that's not a thing you can do. But that's, like, that's not a thing you can do.
Yeah.
Like, that's really, really cool. Like, that was the one thing throughout the entire event that I was like, oh my god, that's incredible. Like, the fact that you could shoot a video and then in post be like, so I'm going to have the focus here, and then at this point I'm going to change the focus. Like, I'm like, oh my god, that's crazy. It's crazy. So that, it's just real, like, you don't understand how crazy that, it's really crazy.
Yeah.
And it's the sort of thing that is not terribly practical, because you can just, I hate to say it, you can just get it right the first time, but like, if you just shoot things right the first time, then it's fine. But like, as a proof of concept for what will be possible later, it's really nuts It's like Pokemon Snap. It's like how in Pokemon Snap, it's all digital, it's a video game, so you take a picture, and then later you're like, I'm just gonna edit it and change the like, that's not a thing you can do. Mm-hmm. So the fact that you have a phone in your pocket, and you can take a video, and you'd be like, you know what, I'm just gonna adjust the focus later. That's crazy! Anyway, one thing to know about that is it's called cinematic mode. It's limited to 1080p. So like it's probably extremely processor intensive for the phone, because what it's doing is it's using both cameras, because it has to like create this depth map and actually get all of the information for the focal stuff. But it's just super, super neat, and it's the sort of thing that you have to have multiple cameras to do. So it's not even something you could do with like a traditional camera. It's something that phones can do, because phones have multiple cameras on them. Anyway, I needed to talk about that because it was something that they started to talk about it in the Apple event, and it wasn't interesting at all because they hadn't mentioned the fact that you could do it after you've shot the video. And as soon as they said that, I was like, wait, whoa, hold on. It's actually really incredible. Is it practical? It might not be super practical, but if that was the future of smartphone video in general, and it was just something that you didn't think about, you could just always do, it's crazy. Anyway, all right, so now I'll get back to what I was doing. We had 9 months. From Jaces529. 300 bits from Lost Vagabond says, the mute party has been going on for 48 hours officially as of now. I don't know how much longer it will go on, but I'm afraid to ask. Well, at some point it will have to stop, right? Because people gotta play games.
Yeah.
I think one of the things about this sort of thing is like, what if once people start it, no one wants to be the one that stops it? Should I just give like an official blessing? Like, you can stop now. I mean, there are additional voice channels, so I guess you can just go to a different channel. But you know, it's some. What was that?
What was that?
Oh, this fell.
Scared Kepler.
I thought he did it. Anyway, play games. Play games. That's the point of all that. We got 10 months from Jade Jennings 44, 35 months from Air-3K, 100 bits from Daniel, 500 from LHMS 1704 says, hey grandparents, how are you this morning? Just wanted to tell you for fun that it's officially 100 days till Christmas. That is all, you're welcome.
Well, I got one Christmas gift taken care of. Dan's.
Oh.
And I told him, by the way, so he knows.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, because it's supposed to hopefully arrive today. Maybe tomorrow.
Okay. What do you want for Christmas? Anything? What about...
I'll make a wish list.
Oh. God, I haven't even thought about Christmas.
No, I have a few ideas.
For yourself?
Yeah. / us. Like, it's... You wonder what they are?
I'm curious, but you don't have to tell me. You can just tell me later or whatever. God, 100 days.
Thanks, Thomas.
100 days. What does it say?
Roly-poly are good bugs. Be nice to bugs, they are good bugs. Be nice to bugs, but not to wasps. They are bad bugs.
I can agree with that, I suppose.
It's been a while since we've checked on our eaves for wasps. We should probably do that soon.
Ryan T said, it can't be right. It's only June. It's kind of how I feel, too. Although, I wonder if I feel like it's earlier. It's surprising.
Yep.
How quickly this year has went.
Yep.
And I feel like I'm beating a dead horse at this point by saying it's the fastest year of my life. But, like, it's the fastest year of my life, and it's not even close. It's not even remotely close. Not even close. It's just gone. It's fine. It's fine. We don't need Christmas. We have Christmas at home. I'm looking forward to the holiday season. I'm not looking forward to Thanksgiving. I'm not. It's not that I'm not looking forward to it. It's just November's going to be busy.
Yeah, November's going to be.
We're going to talk about that soon.
Yeah.
November. We're kind of blasting November just off the map for us. I don't know what the entire month is going to look like. But December's exciting, and the idea of like looking forward to Christmas that's exciting. I'm really excited about that. But I don't want anything. But I never want anything.
I know.
There's never a time. It drives my mother nuts. Mm-hmm. To the point where she buys me nuts. Well, I get that. I get nuts for Christmas every year because Mom's like, "What do you want?" And I'm like, "Oh." Thomas says, "Then just give me all your gifts." It's nuts. Do you want nuts? Come over and have some of my nuts. Lauren Sandslash gifted 10 subs, by the way. Big Milk Bomb. Thomas says yes. Where did those subs go? I'll tell you with my mouth. Parsing. There we go. That one Twilight Wolf. Sorry, with the way it was written, I was like really struggling. Spots 109. Much Ninja. That's a good name. Retro Remedies. Jamie R. Uliblob. The Dark Leon. Devens. Matt Zap 17 and Zarcabs. Lone Sand Slash. Thank you. Thank you for contributing to Calcium. Much Ninja is a good name. I like that name a lot. Also, 14 months from Mortally Crafty. Thank you. Renee says I'm scared for the day when he tells us it's something other than his mouth. Kind of hard. I have to wait for someone's name to be some derivative of fart. And I was like, oh, look. Thomas says, oh my God, you can do that? There was actually a time, how many years ago was it? It's been a few years ago now, where I was actually working really hard to try and get control of like the notes, like the pitch of that. And the problem is I learned that it gives me hand cramps. Like trying to get the specific, and I was like, I can't do that. I can't do that.
Well, that's it for breakfast stream. We gotta run to the post office.
Coffee.
400 bits of Furry Zoe says, remember, Stephen, when remember, Stephen, when speaking about nuts, phrasing is rather important. Correct. Completely agree. It's important. I think my mom needs told that too. I think my mom had said something during last Christmas, and I was like, it's fine. Thomas, thank you. Thank you. I've literally been waiting my entire life for validation. I was doing this as a child, and it was one of those things like, our son is doing that thing again. Frosty says,
boy ain't right.
Frosty says this is great. Yeah, the boy ain't right. This is cursed. 15 months from Frosty. Thank you, Frosty. Jimmy Crackle. I'm so tempted. I should stop. I really should stop.
You should.
Really should stop. Really should stop. So, I'm just waiting. So, Lone Sandslash says, wanted to donate, couldn't find the donation button, so I gifted subs instead. Love your content, Steven, and love your art. Mal. Had my second shot this Tuesday, and I'm still under the weather. Can I get some good vibes? Yeah, good vibes. Good vibes. We don't have a donation button per se. We just do subs and bits.
Thanks for getting the second shot, though.
Yeah.
I know it sucks.
Yeah, and everyone's reaction to that is going to be different. Some folks they get by. They don't get anything.
Yeah.
A little jealous of that.
Yeah.
But for most people, they feel a little under the weather for a few days, so hopefully you'll get feeling better soon. Very soon.
You'll be the hit of the party with Tiny Eddie's pickled pig puffs.
Honest to God, this sounds like a real thing that they'd sell in the South.
Eddie picked a peck of pickled pig puffs.
Tiny Eddie picked a peck of pickled pig puffs. How many pickled pig puffs did Tiny Eddie pick? A peck. Seriously though, doesn't this seem like something that would be real? Because like, you know, pickled pig's feet are big in the South. I've never had them. I'm not opposed to
seen them.
I'm not opposed.
I would not try them.
I'm not opposed to trying them, but they would have to be in a really specific environment. But like, yeah, exactly, pork rinds. This is basically pork rinds, but pickled. Wouldn't be awful. If you've never seen pig's feet, I mean, you can just imagine. That's it. That's you don't need to like look up an image. It's just they're in a jar.
What's the stuff that's like white and like lattice?
White
It
and
looks
latticed?
like waffle cut fries. That's something I hadn't seen.
I'm not sure what you're talking about specifically. Tripe?
Yes, that's it.
Yeah, Mark said tripe. Yeah, sheep stomach.
I've seen that in the store and it looks disgusting.
Yeah, there's not a lot of me that wants to try some things like that.
Yeah. Anyway, that's gonna be it for breakfast stream.
Mouse ended this twice.
Uh-huh.
By the way, there's 1,000 from Gerbobly. Says, Tiny Eddie, please save us from this man with your snacks. I don't know. Is pickled pig puffs really being saved? I'm not sure. Maybe. 300 bits of missing no leader says, starting my orientation at my museum job today. Glad to be working in a museum.
Cool.
That's exciting. And good luck and good vibes. Hope everything with that goes well. Museum jobs are just neat. I mean, I wouldn't know firsthand because I've never worked in a museum. I just like being in a museum. And I presume that the staff of a museum is passionate about the museum and therefore good people to be there. Because there's some jobs that, you know, it's not necessarily that you're passionate about being there. It's just like, this is my job, I do this job. And I feel like, you know, for folks doing museum work. Yeah, Frosty, I've seen some of the pictures you posted. Frosty says, I work in a plant museum and it's the best. It's beautiful. It's like a botany wonderland. Botany wonderland.
I know I took you there. Well, my dad took us there because he was the one driving.
The domes.
The domes in Milwaukee. I'd like to go there again because they're always talking about how they're, like, they don't have the finances to redo the stuff they need to, and they're going to probably get rid of them.
Aw. Yeah, that
it was
place
my childhood.
That
Oh my
place
gosh.
was really, really cool. Really, really cool. Yeah. I mean, I think the
what's their full name?
The Minneapolis Domes.
No, they're not in Minneapolis. They're in Milwaukee.
Oh, Milwaukee. Milwaukee Domes.
Mitchell Park Domes.
Mitchell Park Domes.
Yeah, that's it.
Coffee.
Yeah, it's neat. It's neat. And I think it's a good reminder that if there are places like that, whether they are garden areas or museums or whatever, things that you enjoy and are a patron of, you know, to patronize them. Like, go to them. If even some of these things are cheap or free, but they accept donations, and that sort of thing is important because a lot of times these places are, I mean, like Mal said, they're not exactly raking in the cash, you know. So little things that you can do to help.
I want to go to Huntington, Atalaya.
Yeah, haven't been there in a long time.
I know. Maybe December.
Okay. That's fine. We had 300 bits from White 15 Wolf. Thank you. And 17 months from Hyrule's Dawn. I think it's probably time to start wrapping up. I want to make sure that I remind people there's stuff to watch today because the vlogs will be out. Tomorrow night, join us at 8 p.m. Eastern as we begin a new game. And I think you'll like it. That's my that's my input on it. I think you'll like it.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. The other thing, yeah, Vagabond, yeah, the other thing is First 20. First 20 is going to be in the next soon. I don't know when. It could be on a day that you're not expecting it. So my best suggestion is to make sure that you have like Twitch notifications on for your phone or Twitter or whatever, because it literally could, I don't know when it's going to happen. Like, could it be today? Probably won't be today. But like, it could be like Saturday afternoon. Wouldn't that be wild? That might actually happen. So just, you know, we'll see what happens. Gomez says, hey, patrons know what it is? Yeah, patrons certainly have it narrowed down. I haven't announced specifically what's happening tomorrow, but they certainly have a much better idea than the general public about what's going to be happening. Yeah. 30 bits from Diddy Eggs. It says, South Carolina fun fact time with Diddy. The richest county is Beaufort County, or is 7th. Lee's the poorest. The largest one is Charleston, and Calhoun is the smallest. We have, how many? 40...
I have no idea.
I'm going to guess like 46 counties. I wonder if this is the sort of information that Siri knows now.
Ask her.
Bless her. She's not great.
Diddy says 46.
Did I get it right? That would be incredible. I'm going to see if she knows this. Oh, no. Hold on. Start talking. How many counties are in South Carolina? She actually knew. 46 counties. I'm really surprised that I knew that. I guess that was one of those things where like you learn it in 3rd grade and then it just, sometimes the things you learned in 3rd grade are just...
We learned them in Wisconsin, like, in 3rd grade, but I don't remember how many.
Well, that's the thing. 46 is a lot. Especially considering the size of South Carolina, which is not a very big state by state standards. And there's certainly, there's other states with more, but for the size, 46 is, that's a lot.
Did you know there's a Mallory, South Carolina?
I did not.
It's kind of by like Dillon, Florence.
Oh, is it tiny?
Oh, it's an intersection of 2 country roads in the middle of nowhere.
Oh. Oh. Anyway. It feels like there's a Hollywood everywhere, doesn't it? Soon says, did you know there's a Hollywood, South Carolina? Like, I didn't know that, but it's extremely believable, you know?
Coffee!
So. 3D for Furries always says, have you heard about the art game that's coming to Switch? Might be out already, I don't know.
Yeah,
the one with the pen.
The pen.
Yeah, I think it's out because I feel like I saw Josh posting about it. Like, he had made a doodle and posted it, so I feel like it's out. I can't remember the name of it, but, yeah, that sort of thing's neat. Yeah, it's, Colors 3D, Colors Live, Colors something. It's, if you're going to have your Switch with you, then if you want to do some drawing, it's not a bad option. Certainly, it's a cheaper alternative than having an iPad and a Apple Pencil or whatever, you know. And if you're going to be playing like mostly video games and you want the option to do some drawing, it's not really a bad idea if you just want to do some doodles, because I think it's the point of it. So yeah, it's a neat idea. That actually the same thing, the same concept, was on Wii. So it's not portable. Just don't forget that whenever you're looking for stuff to donate to for Extra Life, is all of the U-Draw games, because we have the tablets. Just keep it in mind. All right.
That's going to be it for today.
I think it's it. That's it.
Join us tomorrow for unannounced game, but it's going to be fun.
Yep. And sometime in the near future for first 20.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
That's it?
Okay.
That's it.
That's it. That's it.
That's it.
That's it.